Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jennifer Broadbent, and it's my privilege to lead this service today as we gather to say farewell and to celebrate the life of Mary Janet Wyllie. We come together today to support her family. Mary was the loving mum and mother-in-law of Desi and Lenny, Jan and Dave, and Gwen, adored ma of Jason, Darren and Beck, Daniel and Jackie, and Ben and Sarah, and the cherished ma of 5 great-grandsons. We also take a moment at this time to remember family members who have passed before Mary, especially her husband Johnny, known to many of you as Jack, her brother Desi, and her sister Sheila. I welcome everyone here today, including extended family members and special friends who couldn't be with us today due to the COVID-19 and the current distancing rules, but who are attending via the magic of technology. On behalf of Mary's family, I thank you for your attendance and for your love and support that you have extended to them over the past week, and I'm sure over the previous weeks and months as Mary's health deteriorated. As we gather here, let us be thankful for the gift of life and indeed the lives of our family and friends. Today we are thankful for Mary's life and for the joy that she brought into your lives. We do acknowledge that death does bring great sadness, having to say goodbye to someone that we love and respect. Death is also a time when we are faced with the mystery of our own mortality. Some of you will have questions, some of you will have doubts, and some of you will have faith in God and prayer. However it is for you, my personal prayer is that you find peace in your farewell and comfort in your friendships and the sharing together of your support for each other today. Amongst the sadness of today, we can express our thankfulness for Mary, and we can appreciate all the good memories and lessons she taught us as we celebrate her life. We will remember her deeds, her influence, her zest for life, her sense of humour, and the bright smile that graced her face. Grieve as you must, but not for long. Remember the good times, share those memories often, smile when you think of Mary, continue her legacy, and be thankful that she was a part of your lives. I'd now like to ask Janine McLean to come forward, please, to share with us a poem chosen for today.
Legacy of love. A wife, a mother, a grandmother too. This is the legacy we have for you, from you. You taught us love and how to fight. You gave us strength. You gave us might. A stronger person would be hard to find, and in your heart you were always kind. You fought for us in all one way or another, not just as a wife, not just as a mother. For all of us, you gave your best. Now the time has come for you to rest. So go in peace, you've earned your sleep. Your love in our hearts will eternally keep.
Thank you, Janine. I'd now like to ask Jan to come forward, please, who's going to share with us her mother's eulogy.
Mary Janet Wyllie was born on the 21st of the 8th, 1928 at the Oyen Hospital to Martha and Arthur McLean. Mum had an older sister, Sheila, and a younger brother, Des. Mum grew up in the Mallee in a town called Patchewallick after having to move off the farms of Barring North and Tempe. Mum enjoyed helping her father with his teams of horses and camping out when he went away to work. Mum's first job after leaving school was as a waitress at Olinda. She then went nursing at Ballarat and Mildura. Mum became a midwife and over the years delivered lots of babies. Mum was working in Ballarat when Dad and her started courting. They married in Tempe on the 15th of September 1951 and had 2 children, Desi and me. Mum and Dad moved around quite a lot, and when living at Beaufort, Dad would stand at the back door of the farmhouse, shoot the snakes. Mum would put on the gumboots, then go and make sure they were dead. under Dad's instructions, of course. Mum loved going back up to Patchy whenever she could to visit her parents and friends and teaching us how to trap rabbits and to ride horses. Mum loved to go bush, camping and visiting new places. One of her wishes was to do a trip on the Garn to Darwin, which she did with Barb and Janet. Mum, Betty, Lynn and myself also did a bus trip to Kangaroo Island, which was a lot of fun. When living in Storm, Mum went back nursing for 7 years and made a great bunch of friends and delivered more babies, and this was where Mum finished her nursing career. We then moved to Benalla, where the family extended with a daughter-in-law Gwen and a son-in-law David, then grandsons and later on great-grandsons. I must say, Jason, Darren, Daniel and Benjamin did give Ma a few extra grey hairs over the years with the antics they got up to. Mum always enjoyed having visitors and catch-ups with family and friends. When Dad retired, they would pack up and head to Corumba in the Gulf of Carpentaria to warmer weather and catch up with friends, and where Mum started back doing sewing, crafts, making dolls and bears. Mum would always arrive home with something new to show us. The latest started to go to Mackay to spend time with Desi. Mum would get home from these trips and would be busy playing catch-up in the garden and then the housework. No time to go visiting until all was done. Mum's life changed when Dad passed away. The house was sold and she moved into a unit in Benalla where she would do the garden, spend time doing her stamps, family tree, jigsaw puzzles and having visitors. Mum moved into Rangeview Private Nursing Home in Wangaratta on the 6th of the 9th, 2013, when her health started to slip. But that never stopped her from cleaning and tidying her room or getting out in the garden or going AWOL every now and then, giving the staff a few worrying moments. Mum loved to come out home to check the sheep and to make sure the gardens were okay. Mum started back doing her jigsaw puzzles again and would spend hours doing them, and even Dr. Paul, her doctor at Rangeview, would help her when he visited Mum. Mum enjoyed her visits from her great-grandsons and also looked forward to phone calls from them and Desi. Mum very rarely complained about anything. Mum had a fall in February this year and her health started to deteriorate quicker, but Mum was determined to do it her way and fought to the end. Mum passed away at 10 to 6 on the morning of the 14th of May with family by her side. Look out up there, Ma is on her way, so make sure pearly gates are shining. And the path is swept or you're all in big trouble. Mum's ashes will go home to the Melly at a later stage.
We're going to pause for a few moments now as we listen to the beautiful song Mother by Isla Grant and watch a slideshow of treasured family photographs. Please use this time to reflect on your relationship with Mari. You might like to remember a happy time shared with her, or perhaps you might like to say a silent prayer. These next few moments are yours.
If only I could see again the twinkle in my mother's eyes, to hear again her gentle voice and have her hold me when I if only she could be here now to help me free my troubled mind. I wonder my mother knows. Although I've tried, no peace I find. It seems 100 years ago that when I'd cry, she'd wipe my tears, and just like magic, when I'd fall, she'd be right there to calm my fears. Oh, Mom, if you could only see the hurt and pain I'm going through, I must have cried 10 million tears since the tears I cried when I lost you. I know you're never far away. I almost feel you close to me. Oh, how I'd love to hold your hand, your loving smile I'd love to see. But in my heart you're still alive. I think about you every day. Oh, Mother dear, why did you die? And leave me here so far away.
Some wonderful memories in those photos. I'd now like to ask Jackie to come forward, please, to read another poem chosen for today. And this poem, Mari left instructions that it had to be read at her service.
To those I love and those who love me. When I am gone, release me, let me go. I have so many things to see and do. You must not tie yourself to me with tears. Be happy, I have had so many years. I gave you my love. You can only guess how much you gave me in happiness. I thank you for the love each have shown, but now it's time I travelled on alone. So grieve a while for me, if grieve you must. Then let your grief be comforted by trust. It is only for a while that we must part, so bless the memories in your heart. I won't be far away, for life goes on, so if you need me, call and I will come. Though you cannot see or touch me, I will be near, and if you listen with your heart, you will hear all of my love around you, soft and clear. Then, when you must come this way alone, I will greet you with a smile and a welcome home.
Thank you, Jackie. As Jan said, Murray passed away peacefully at Rangeview on the 14th of May. Murray was a resident there for 6 years and 8 months, and in the words of her grateful family, the nurses and staff went above and beyond in their care for their beloved mum. Our thoughts and prayers are with the staff and Murray's fellow residents at Rangeview, who we know are sad at her passing. At the conclusion of today's service, Murray will be leaving for a private cremation. I ask those of you here today to come forward at this time, in your own time, to place a floral tribute for Murray in love and remembrance. Speak to Murray from time to time. Tell her that you miss her. Tell her you were glad she was part of your life. Remember the love, joy and happiness that she brought into your lives. Hold her face in your heart and tell her that you will always remember her. Remember her laughter, remember her caring ways and her determined spirit. Remember the happy times you shared. Roll them out, smile at them and hold them tight within you. Murray was a woman who added value and breathed life, love and example into everything that she did, and her life was characterised by strength, courage and achievement. All who were privileged to have known her, family and friends alike, found that she gave life strength, substance and spirit. Her legacy of kindness, love and commitment will live on in your hearts and your memories forever. It was Mari's wish for a service not too long and drawn out. Keep it simple were her instructions. With those words in mind, I share with you the words of committal. We have listened to Mari's eulogy and reflected upon her life as photos flashed on the screens, and I'm sure many memories have been evoked in the past days. These memories will sustain you in all the days and weeks to come as you remember with tears and with laughter. In grief at your death, but in gratitude for your life, Mari, and for the privilege of sharing it with you, we say goodbye. To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose on earth, a time to be born and a time to die. Here in this last act in sorrow but without fear, with love and appreciation, we commit Mari Janet Wyllie to her natural end, earth to end, dust to dust. Her journey here on earth has ended and beginning in another realm, reunited with her beloved Johnny for all eternity. I share with you a final poem and it's called Memories of the Heart. Feel no guilt in laughter, she knows how much you care. Feel no sorrow in a smile that she's not there to share. You cannot grieve forever, she would not want you to. She'd hope that you would carry on the way you always do. So talk about the good times and the ways you showed you cared, the days you spent together, all the happiness you shared. Let the memories surround you. A word someone may say will suddenly recapture a time, an hour, a day that brings her back as clearly as though she was still here and fills you with the feelings that she is also near. For if you keep those memories, you will never be apart and she will live forever, locked safe within your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, our service here today has ended. I ask you to please stand as Mari leaves the chapel. May peace be with you all.
Soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still.